Guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the My Player Career Mode. We, in the last episode, of course, if you missed it, did indeed join AC Milan after we had a couple of offers from a few different clubs in the January transfer window. We have left Watford behind, we've moved over to Italy, and now we are playing for AC Milan, and our current goal, our massive target, is to finish in the top four to find our way into Champions League. At the moment, Atalanta, Lazio, Napoli, Juventus, and Inter Milan are ahead of us, and that is the game that we are going to be playing to start this episode. We have an Inter Milan derby, my first game of, or should I say my first derby with this club. I've been selected for it. I am a centre attacking midfielder that's obviously being played out wide, which is not ideal for me, but at least I am in the rotation and starting games. I'm at the San Siro. I've had a mixed start to my career at AC Milan, but a win here and a good performance here would be absolutely massive. We need all the points we can for Champions League. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get this win? This absolutely crucial game that we simply have got to get the win in. I mean, Inter Milan, we're definitely not going to be able to overtake. The gap between the two clubs is massive, and hopefully in the time that we're here, we'll be able to work on closing the gap to our crosstown rivals next season. But for this season, it's a task way too big. It might actually already be mathematically impossible for us to get up to them anyway, but what is possible is Champions League. We need as many points as we can to get the job done. We need the teams above us to hopefully slip up a bit as well. So we need to get a big win against Inter Milan in order to get that done. It's kicked off. It's underway. Inter Milan bring one into the ball. Oh, great. And Barella's already taken it off of the feet of Romagnoli. That is one of the worst things I have seen a centre-back do in this game. He takes control of it in the box instead of just trying to bang it out of there. It's taken off of his foot and just slipped in by Nicolo Barella. Like, that is putrid. And that is exactly how you don't want to start a derby. That is ridiculous. Either way, I'd barely gotten a touch of the ball. We're up to the 30th minute here. I got Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the man that's currently in the position that I want to be playing in. He's slightly higher rated than I am. Hopefully in time, I'll be able to take his spot off him. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. He tried slipping in Ibrahimovic when really maybe he should have just gone through himself. Kessié dispossessed. I'm able to get it back to him, and we run back and try to have a pop on goal, and I've pulled up. I've gotten injured after taking a shot. This is going dreadfully to start this derby against the team on top that's probably going to win. A cross comes in for me from the corner, and we score it. We're injured, and we equalise from the corner. The ball in for Ibra, yet I'm the one that's got ideal position, and we have threaded it between the goalkeeper and the defender on the near post. Unbelievably, we have scored whilst injured and equalised in this game. How in the world have we managed to have that happen? Our only third goal in Serie A. Like I said, we've had a bit of a mixed bag. It's a slower-ish start. It's not terrible, but it's okay. And it looks like, look at that, I'm running around, I'm fit, I'm fine, I'm ready to go. Maybe I was play acting, but oh my God, I fooled myself. I thought I was going to have to maybe get taken off. I'd pulled up after a shot with an injury, yet I stay on the pitch and score. Now it's halftime. I'll get a bit of a rest, but it looks like I was pretty well fine anyway. I cannot believe it. Through ball slipped in here. I might have had a chance to shoot, but the defender came across and just cut it off. Was not really going to be able to do much there in that situation, but still, we're looking way better in this second half. Ibrahimovic gets taken out there. That's going to be a free kick from just inside 30 yards. I am the man on set piece duty here, and I might have a pop at this. If it's just inside 30 yards, it could be scoreable. If the wall's in the box, that's my philosophy. If the wall's inside the 18-yard box, it's in scoring range. I had a shot, didn't really get a perfect timing on it, and it was no good. But now, in the 88th minute, we've been able to win the ball back here. A lot of defenders push to the right side. Space for Ibra. He's going to pull the trigger, and he's going to score in the 90th minute. We've been able to grab what should surely be a winner. The Swede, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's going to maybe win AC Milan this game right here. We've scored the goal in the first half to equalise, and we will assist Ibra for the second. and for what would be the winning goal. It started so dreadfully, yet what a comeback. We've been able to grab a 2-1 lead with no time remaining, only 2 minutes of stoppage time, put the pressure on them, please don't let them get a chance here, Barella, their goal scorer, and the referee won't even let him try to bang a ball into the box. Inter Milan have been defeated by AC Milan, and that is probably my best performance at the San Siro in front of my home fans. I've been trying to win them over, I've been trying to get them on board. I've unfortunately had a bit of a record of, if you look at my last couple of games at the San Siro, I think we've lost almost every single one of them. Like, we had not been playing well in our home ground, so that was a bit of a concern for me. Well, what a way and what a time to get the fans on board now. A goal and an assist, and we are still, for the time being, stuck in 6th place. We are 6 points behind Lazio with 6 games to go. It is definitely possible for us to chase that up, especially with the fact that we have a game against Lazio to play, and it's the penultimate game of our season. I think really our Champions League hopes purely come down to that game. I mean, we also need Lazio to drop some points regardless in the meanwhile, but we will see. For the next game against Sassuolo, maybe just being rotated here a little bit, although everyone else seems to be pretty well fine. Looking at that starting 11, I have not been selected. You will notice from time to time I find my way in and out of this starting 11. The gaffer just not exactly throwing me into the starting 11 and letting me stay there. We got a 3-1 win on that occasion. We've actually jumped Atalanta, so that's good news. And even better than that, Lazio, the team that we're really chasing here, have also dropped points. They drew their game. They're on 67 points, so a 6-point lead on us becomes 4. But looking at their goal difference as well, something that I think we should take a look at, they have a plus 14 goal difference on us. That is quite sizable. So if they do indeed finish level on points with us, it's very likely that they will finish above us in 4th anyway. So we simply need to beat this team on points. And again, another game here against Hellas Verona. All of these teams that we're facing in this little stretch are not actually very highly rated. So these are very good opportunities for us to get maximum points and for hopefully Lazio to drop points. We get another 3-1 win here. Ibra scored one there too. We seem to have just been the dominant side in that one. Lazio, like I mentioned before, they have got a tough stretch and they've also dropped points again. 2 games back to back now they have drawn. So that is now a 6-point gap that's gone down to 2. There, that's very nice to see. Matter of fact, that's all we needed from them. We can now beat them, hopefully, and win the rest of the games that we've gotten. Hey, who knows? The gaffer apparently thinks I'm doing great, yet aside from that, I'm not actually playing or I'm not getting selected, which is bizarre. I mean, I'm coming off of the bench. You can see I've played 8 games now for 3 goals and 3 assists. I mean, nothing close to the numbers I was getting at Watford. But what about against Spezia? Do we get picked for this one? Still no. Nakajima, at first I'm worried about Calhanoglu taking my centre attacking midfield spot. Now I've got Nakajima taking the left wing and Castillo on the right-hand side. So I'm at the moment just not playing at all, which is frustrating. I don't even come off of the bench in this game. But I just have to wait for some sort of an opening, some sort of, I don't know, something. I need a lot of games to come in a quick span. It's just not happening. But either way, without me playing in the team, here's a good bit of news. Milan up in a 4th place, but with Lazio still having yet to play their 35th game of the season. So if they lose it, we keep that spot, but somehow I get the feeling Lazio will probably jump back up ahead of us before we go into this game. But here's a bit of intriguing news. Hakan Calhanoglu pulled a calf in training, the first of the new month. You always seem to get a training injury, and Calhanoglu's the one that suffered as a result, and we now get selected. Castillo and Nakajima are in, but I'm playing in at centre attacking midfield from the looks of things, which is exactly what I want to see. What I do also want to see is AC Milan in 4th place, don't get me wrong, but Lazio did indeed win their last game, so they've actually not lost a game in their last little stretch, but they've just drawn a couple, let us get close. But now, this really is it. I think I might actually be playing centre attacking midfield for the rest of the season now, because 4 weeks, I mean, that's all the games that we have are pretty much within the next couple of weeks. Nakajima on the left, Castillo on the right, and Rebic up top at striker. And honestly, I'm totally for that. Ibrahimovic is obviously Zlatan Ibrahimovic, you know. You can't say a word against him, but in-game, he's not exactly the easiest for me to work with. So getting Ante Rebic up top, a slightly more, you know, athletic striker, let's just put it that way, I think might actually be a really good option. So I can't wait to see how he's going to go for me as he kicks this game off and we are underway. I'm back in the starting 11 finally after missing a few games and having to come off of the bench. Playing at centre attack and midfield too. That's the position I want to be in because I get a much better opportunity to feed the striker up ahead of me and to be a lot more involved in the game. We couldn't quite find Rebic on this one. Castillo on the right side crosses into me, taking the touch, cutting it in for Rebic, who backheels it into Nakajima! And that's going to be the first goal within 12 minutes. Thank you very much. Ante Rebic with a bit of Zlatan Ibrahimovic action of his own. Seriously. I mean, we haven't even really seen that traditional Ibra flair in this game, like in the entire time that we've been in AC Milan this season, yet Rebic pulls that one out. A lovely little assist for Nakajima. And yes, Shoya's got it. And so, 1-0, we lead. We need to win every single one of our games, I really do feel, to have a shot of getting Champions League, or especially that Lazio one. One issue I was having with Ibra was that he isn't exactly feeding me great. Rebic couldn't get me on that occasion, but I'm able to get him, and he's able to find the bottom right corner, and he is proving to be a godsend up top. I'm in love with Ante Rebic. Can we start him every game? Yes, I'm actually asking for Rebic to start over Ibrahimovic at this stage. He's won me over in less than 20 to 30 minutes. He's already gotten a goal and an assist. He's doing brilliantly. On the counter-attack though, Bologna with a chance. The chip is just going to go over the top of the crossbar there. Soriano coming very, very close. And they were actually pushing toward the end of the first half to grab an equaliser. They could not manage it though. And thankfully, we are going to still be in the lead going into halftime, and we still have the advantage. Look at that brilliant pressure from Kessier. Rebic, we play him forward. He's able to send one away to me. I'm through on goal here for a goal here, and yes, the bottom left corner is found. That is a very, very nice counter-attack there. Brilliant pressure there from Kessier to win it on back. Rebic is able to feed me through as well. He's got 2 assists and a goal. What a performance this man is having. Oh, our striker's eating good. That's all you want to see. I'm able to get slipped in by him there. We just place it in the bottom left corner away from the goalkeeper. Simple stuff that. 3-0. That should hopefully seal the game. Still plenty of time left for Bologna to get maybe 1 or 2 goals and make it slightly interesting and awkward. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that will not happen. And yes, that's another goal for me. Come on, I've got 2 goals in 2 games, Gaffer. You've got to let me start a little more often. Ante Rebic, can you get one in for me? I try going from downtown on the hour mark, and no, that one's going to get saved. I'm actually up to a 10 overall rating here. This is lovely to see. Kessier into me. We've got Ibrahimovic on the field now. We've fed Zlatan Ibrahimovic for a great look, and now he is going to grab a goal off of the bench. So even when Ibra's not starting games, he still manages to, I don't know, pop up and get a chance to have a shot on goal. I mean, I say I prefer Rebic over Ibra to start with. Well, I actually don't mind this at all, though. Imagine Ante Rebic starting, and then you got Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming off the bench. At the moment, I would love that. Mandzukic is now going to be coming on for me as I get a rest after 70 minutes. We'll see if we are able to make it 5-0 here. Almost there, but just a little bit wide there from Haj. Either way, Romagnoli's pushed a fair way up the field. And now Ibrahimovic is going to grab a second goal. So, off of the bench, he actually scores more goals than Rebic there. Unbelievable stuff from Ibra, you know. I think he saw that his position in the team was coming under threat. Came off of the bench and banged in 2. Ridiculous scenes, but we end up grabbing a 5-0 victory. Yes, I was only on the field for, you know, that I wasn't on the field for that last goal, but I start at centre attack and midfield, and we win 5-0. I'm just saying, Gaffer, please. I know that that's not the first game I played at centre attack and midfield. As a matter of fact, I think we might have actually lost the first game that I played at centre attack and midfield. But regardless, we push on forward. We now take on Lazio. They are still currently ahead of us in 4th place, but I think they have drawn another game here, so we are tied on 72 points. Looking at the goal difference, we've actually been able to cut it down quite impressively. It was 14 plus, it's now 7, but with 3 goals, really, or with 2 games, remaining, we're going to need to get like a massive 3-4-0 win over them, which I don't think is going to happen, and even then, I just don't think it's going to come down to it, because if goal difference is going to enter the equation, we pretty much need to draw this game against Lazio anyway, or we need to win this game and lose the next, and then Lazio would have to do the vice versa. I'm not sure, but regardless, I'm not even thinking about goal difference. I don't want that to even come to the equation. We need to win this game, lead them on points, going into the final game of the season. Look at that Lazio team. It is sick. Joaquin Correa and Immobile up top. They've got Milinkovic, Savic, Luis Alberto. Great handful defenders. This is going to be a tough match, but it is a must win. Champions League or bust. Will we finish in the top 4? We simply have got to win this game. A draw, it might get the job done for us if we win the next game and Lazio stumble again, but they've already had so many draws in their last couple of games. They actually haven't tasted defeat for a long, long time, Lazio. They just haven't been able to convert those draws into wins, thankfully for us, which has opened the door here. We have an opportunity. I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic is going to be starting this game up top for us at striker, which is against what I'd ideally like, but I'm sure hopefully he'll have a say, as Lazio have got this one underway, the biggest game of our season and of my career so far. I am yet to play Champions League. I want it next season so desperately. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic with a good spin, tried to feed a man in the box. Donnarumma was able to grab that one. Lazari down the right-hand side, crossing in. Donnarumma grabbing it again. He had so much to do in the opening 15-20 minutes of this game, but now we're actually starting to push forward ourselves. I got Nakajima to my left. Ibra's going to try to flick a little ball up to him. Nakajima back to me, but he ends up being offside. And at the moment, not a super amount of great chances are coming in the opening 30 minutes. I'm still playing up the middle, of course. Kessié flicking one up over the top for Nakajima. Intriguing decision, that one. Not much happening in this first half. I decide to run out wide, pushing it. We go to Nakajima again, who's seeing plenty of the ball. Plays it back to me there. Interesting decision, but we go back to Nakajima. Up over the top. Ibra gets it. Ibra smashes it into the near post on the volley. Was out of the game completely, yet pops up once and does that. Gives us the big lead, the mammoth lead that we needed. And now, going into half-time, we'll surely have the goal advantage. That is crucial. Ibrahimovic gets 2 off of the bench in the last game, and right before half-time, he smashes that in past Strakosha. 15 now in Serie A. We cannot discredit this man. He's 39 years of age, and he's still doing it. I know he's maybe not the greatest striker in the game to work with, but still he bangs in a big one. Luis Alberto trying to find the top left corner. Donnarumma made about 4 or 5 saves in that first half alone. Ridiculous. Not a lot of absolute goal scoring opportunities, but he did the job. Ibra up the other end scored with his only attempt of the game. And how good is this? We have the lead. We just need to hold on to it. Lazio would not stop pushing. Carrera with an effort. That was actually fairly close too. Wasn't on target in the end and pretty comfortably off target. But I mean, still, it definitely looked like he could have dipped and done something. Dutcher down the left-hand side trying to cross a ball in for me. I slide down. I've actually taken out defender next to me. He fell on the ground. I thought for a second I was going to get up to my feet and have a chance to shoot there after he ran into me. But the referee has deemed that as a challenge, when honestly I was calling for the cross. I wasn't even trying to slide tackle him off of the ball, but regardless, 1-2 maybe here with Ibra. He holds it up, gets it to me. I'm popping from downtown, and Strakosha, with 15 minutes to go, makes a good save, but time's running out. We deliver a cross in. Ibra, header, cleared, a shot again, just off of the line. Unbelievable. We are coming so close to sealing this game. We just need one last good chance. Ibra, the 1-2 to finish it. And we have done it. Off of the underside of the crossbar. We score another one. 3 goals in 3 games. And letting the crowd know who has just sunk them into the Europa League. Lazio, we have taken their top spot in the top 4, bang into the top corner. Strakosha is not going to stop it. It's a magnificent strike. It hits the top of the net after coming in off the underside of the crossbar. What a mammoth goal. What a huge goal that is. My 5th for the season in Serie A. And with 5 minutes to go, that is the icing on the cake. Surely there's no way Lazio can come up the other end and get something. Milinkovic-Savic, and a shot there. Donnarumma makes another huge save. Ridiculous game from him. Shout out Ibra. He scored the first. I managed to grab the second to seal it, but that save from Donnarumma will really do it. We clear it away from the corner. 2 minutes of stoppage time are up. The 3 points are ours. 4th place is ours. What a mammoth win. We go to Lazio. We get the result that we needed, but it's not done. It's still not over. We've got to remember, we have a 3-point lead, but if we lose our next game and Lazio win it, well, that's it. They would just take top spot or 4th spot right back. So we have got to make sure we do not celebrate too hard. We needed to get this win. We've got this win. I've had a very good game. I've only been able to score the last goal. I didn't get anything more than that, but that goal that sealed it, oh, how crucial it is. But there you go. They still have a higher goal difference than us. We've got 33. They've got 36, which means if we lose our next game against Parma, they win their next game against Cagliari, however you do say that, then they will take 4th place right back from us. We simply have got to get the job done here against Parma. Any result will do. They are currently in 17th place. Yes, we have been selected. Hakan Çalhanoğlu still not back from his injury. And with Parma in 17th place, only a point above Spezia, then there is a chance that maybe we could relegate Parma with this game if we win it. And I'm sorry, lads, but we're going to have to do it to you because we are fighting for what we need. You're fighting for what you need. Let's just hope we both end up getting what we want out of this game. But we're still going to have to go full send for this one. Champions League or bust. Final game of the season. Parma to avoid relegation. Us to get into the top 4. It's where AC Milan surely belong in the Champions League. You know, the team that's won it, I think, the second most amount of times compared to every other club. Like, this team has got to be a Champions League mainstay. And I came to AC Milan because out of every other team that I could have gone to, I thought Milan were the best bet of Champions League. We've had to fight so hard to get there in the end, but we may just. A curler in the opening 10 minutes. Oh my God, it was a heavy touch and I figured I may as well take a shot. I'm probably going to get dispossessed. I've been absolutely crunched after it. Referee, any chance of a card? That one just going over the crossbar. I'm fuming quite clearly. I just got out, I just whacked a bloody elbow to the face after that. Ridiculous. Castillo in for me there. I'm able to drive right on by a defender. Tough angle, but we bang it into the top left corner anyway. And there it is. The first goal came so close to scoring a screamer in the opening 10 minutes. And look at the team get around me. They know how big this is. They know just how much we need this win to seal it. And they are loving their new boy. The Aussie at the centre attacking midfield position, lads. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I know he's still going to be higher rated than us next season, most likely, but I bet you he'll probably be looking over his shoulder. Number 6. Every single game I have played in today, I've been able to grab at least a goal. How good is this? Now let's see if we can feed Ibra. Or Ibra could maybe get it back to me. He's taking his damn time with the cross. And it nearly looked like it was going to get through to me, but it was cleared in the end. We still thankfully have, though, a 1-0 lead. From a very similar position where I took my first attempt at the finesse for the top right corner. Thought, why not have another go? Under a slightly better position, but we couldn't quite manage it. Ball flicked in up over the top here. Ibra's going to volley it in. That's 2-0. Parma now we've got breathing space against. They weren't really giving us much of a run in this game anyway. Lazio was seriously looking threatening for the majority of the game. Parma, though, not getting many opportunities. Ibra, unbelievable how good he's been ever since I was like, oh, Ante Rebic should be starting over him. He clearly heard me because he has been ridiculous since he came off of the bench in that one game and scored 2. Simply incredible. We have a 2-0 lead at halftime. Lazio are currently beating Cagliari, so this is it. Simply need to hold on to this win, or even then a draw should be enough, but you know that we don't want it. We don't want the point. We want all 3. We want Champions League, and we are getting it. A finesse into the top right corner, finally, with real power, has beaten Sepe, the goalkeeper, and that should be the sealer. What a shot with real venom. Even on a finesse, he's absolutely smashed it. 2 goals in this game. We're on a hat-trick, possibly. Oh my goodness. 3-0, and that could be the goal that sends us into Europe. Absolutely brilliant. It would take an epic bottle of epic proportions. What a chance that they had there, Parma. They're absolute, they had a bloody paddock to work with there. No one in the box. I can't believe it. Nakajima is the only one back, and he's a bloody winger. Regardless, though, it's thankfully gone wide. Donnarumma, gone for another one there. I'm trying to grab a hat-trick to seal and finish this Serie A season. That would have been quite something, but we just couldn't contort our body enough to find the back in the net there. It was going to be very tough. There were, as a defender and a goalkeeper in the way, I've completely slid in and completely wiped out a bloody Palmer man right there. I think I'm going to get a card for that. A shot there in the 90th minute, which is again palmed away by Donnarumma. Shout out to him. He's been ridiculous today as well toward the end of the season. And now, well, that was a bit of a, not the greatest clearance ever, but it's not going to matter. Another clean sheet, a 3-0 win over Parma, and fourth place is secure. AC Milan, Champions League's where they belong, and that's where they're going to be. I moved to them to play Champions League next season. I was very surprised by their predicament when I joined in Serie A, but they've rallied, they've recovered. Even when I'm not in the team, they've been able to get the job done, and now we will move into the next season into a Champions League spot. You love to see it. And yes, we've had a very good, strong finish toward the end of the season as well. I'm a very happy man. Look at that. Fourth place. It's secure. Lazio are going to be in 5th. And after 11 games played, I've managed to get 7 goals and 6 assists. 13 goals and assists from 11 appearances. And a few of those were pretty well coming off of the bench as well. So, lovely stuff that indeed. And boy, I'm so happy. But what about down the other end? Obviously, Parma, we were beating... Oh, wow, they are not going to get relegated. Spezia must have lost their last game. And so, that's that. Everyone's a winner. Lovely stuff. Parma stay in the Serie A. We get Champions League. Lovely result, that. Absolutely lovely. I'm getting told off from the gaffer because I've received a one-match ban for accumulating too many yellow cards. I wonder if that does carry over into next season. I genuinely don't know. But regardless, my 11 goals, or my 11 games played, 7 goals and 6 assists, I'm going to definitely take that. Whenever you get, equal goals and assists to games played, you're doing pretty well. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who was playing in the position that I was playing in before he picked up that little knock, had 25 goals and assists in 35 games, so he too was playing pretty well. I don't think I'm guaranteed to be playing in centre attack and midfield next season until I surpass his overall. Who knows? But we might well get there. Ibrahimovic, can't knock him either. He has a brilliant season, for the games he's played. He gets a decent amount of goals. We've got Haj here, who I think it was actually, he's a left winger, so I was playing in his position for the majority of it, yet he did quite well, and he's also quite young. Sandro Tonali doing great. Again, he's only 21 years of age. He's still going to be great. Kessier at 24. He was sensational in the middle of the park, and then you've got your boy right there with his 7 goals and 6 assists, mate. Once I play centre attack and midfield for a full season for AC Milan, I can't wait to see what I can do. But season 1 is finished, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I was playing at Chelsea for a couple of seasons prior to this. We all know that. I am, of course, indeed a flop, quotation marks, but I think I've turned my career around already, ending up at AC Milan. Throughout this first season with Watford and AC Milan, I get 27 wins from 35 appearances, 27 goals and 20 assists. Absolutely ridiculous stuff right there to get a 2020 goal assist season. Lukaku won the golden boot, which was very impressive with 28 goals. I end up getting on the shortlist for player of the month toward the end of the season, and with all those names nominated, it's your boy that comes out on top. This is my 3rd player of the month award of this season. Incredible. My first player of the month award in Serie A. We got the other 2 in the championship over in England, but how about that? As a result, another endorsement is unlocked. I get a 10 plus attribute increase, and this is going to be a BR football tweet and Instagram post. So they're now starting to big me up. Of course, a lot of football fans following that account, and we're getting a little shout out from them for our brilliant run toward the end of this season with AC Milan. So, should hopefully get a couple of cheeky followers from that. Now, what do I do with the plus 10 attribute increases? Well, I'm going to put plus 5 into my agility, trying to make myself slightly more agile on the pitch. And, well, my power stats are nuts, but I'm going to increase my stamina to get that to 82, so hopefully I don't get substituted off as frequently as sometimes it has happened. But, lads, that is going to be the end of this first season. We finish in 4th with AC Milan. I do need to have a look at where Watford finished, of course, in the Premier League. But I think if they did indeed make the Premier League, but I want to keep you in suspense. We'll have to check that in the next episode, where we will be starting up our first full season with AC Milan. We will be in the Champions League, and gosh, I cannot wait for that. I can't wait to hopefully see what our group's going to look like. I don't know if we need to do qualification by finishing 4th in Italy, but we are in Champions League, and goddamn, I can't wait, lads. What a first season. I can't wait to see you all for the next one, but until that next season and episode 7, catch you all later. My name is the MasterBucks. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one, and bye-bye.